Shannon Morse, our producer, is here. She's also the star of ThreatWire on YouTube, youtube.com/techfeed. Star.
Bling,
and
bling.
you have brought a scanner with you.
Yes. So I'm so glad I got to check this out during tax season because,
good for receipts?
gosh. Yeah, dude, it's awesome.
So this is like a little portable scanner. It's not.
Yes.
Do they make a big version of this, or this
They
is
do.
it?
So they have the original Doxie. There's the Doxie Go, which is a little bit more expensive than this one. This was the Doxie One, specifically a portable scanner for about $149, $150. The reason why it is portable is because it's only about 1 pound. It's less than a pound. It's 14 ounces.
But not, I noticed, battery or USB charge. You have to plug it into the wall.
Have,
oh, it does?
Yes. So
you just don't have any batteries
You can only use 4 AAA rechargeable batteries. It will not work with lithium ones.
But that's good. You want to make them rechargeable. That way you won't be bad to the environment.
So you can stick those in there if you want. If you stick them in there, it does make it about 1 pound, but otherwise only 14 ounces. Has a little 2 gig SD card that comes with it, so you don't have to buy a spare SD card unless you really want to. And then on the side, it has a little port, a little micro USB port to plug it into your computer, and then it also has the power charger, of course.
So you could scan to a computer or to memory and then bring the card. That means you could like bring it to a library or somewhere and scan stuff. And then.
So unfortunately, it will not work when you have it plugged into your computer via the USB.
It does not scan the computer.
It won't scan straight to the computer. It just scans to this SD card. The USB port is to plug it in and transfer the files from the SD card, so you don't have to take it out.
Got it.
Yeah, so that's a very good use case scenario if you don't have an SD card reader on like an old machine, or you just want to plug it in and have it sitting at your desk for a long time. So I brought a couple different pieces of paper to test it out with.
It's got its own little sheet feeder. Yeah,
it has its own sheet feeder. One thing I did not like is the fact that it only does one piece of paper at a time.
Right.
I believe that's just one of the reasons why it is portable.
Yeah, you couldn't have a sheet feeder in that size.
You can't. So they say line it up close to the left side. It'll grab onto the piece of paper, and it'll just run it through. It takes less than 10 seconds to do a piece of paper. Ta-da!
Now, this kind of scanner has been around for a long time. What makes the difference on a scanner like this is the software that comes with it.
Yes. So this one comes with the Doxie Smart software. Let's grab that in there. The Smart software you can use on Mac or Windows. It does not have a Linux version, unfortunately. Kind of wish it did because I also use Linux at home, but I know a lot of people don't. The scanner software is very, very easy to use. I pulled it up on my Mac, and I had no problems figuring it out. You just plug in the SD card, pull up Doxie's scanner smart software, and you can do things such as staple different PDF files together, which is very useful if you have a couple of different pieces of paper that you scan separately. You can just tack them onto each other and choose staple. And it can also share out to different cloud sources like Dropbox and Evernote and things like that. On their website, they also offer a little SD card reader for your iPad. And they also have a 30-pin connector, which is great for your newer iPads. I have an older one, so I have a 30-pin.
They have Lightning or 30-pin.
Yeah.
And this looks like the Apple... it looks exactly like. I wonder if it is the Apple. I believe it is.
Yeah, because it looks exactly like the one.
Yeah.
Might not have the Apple name brand on it, but
same otherwise. Okay.
Designed by Apple in California.
Yeah, so they're just reselling the Apple.
Yeah, so they're just reselling.
Does the scanner software have optical character recognition? Does it read the text and turn it into?
It does not turn it into editable text.
Okay, so
it
no
will only
OCR.
do PDF, JPEG. What are the other ones? It'll do bitmap.
So it makes an image, but does not turn it into text.
Yeah, exactly. So this was really, really good for receipts. Even really long receipts, it would keep them very straight if I took the time to put it up there.
Does it somehow sense it?
It doesn't sense it, so to speak. It'll still turn it into a JPEG. It's not going to rename it.
So this is fairly limited software compared to something like the Neat Receipts, which knows it's a receipt, will automatically categorize the receipt and so forth. This just scans it and gives you a copy. Yeah, it
scans it. It's very, very simple. It just turns everything into a JPEG, and then you can resave everything as a PDF if you wanted to from the SD card.
Can I scan double-sided, or is it only going to...
It's only one side, so you can turn it over and then do the other side, staple them together. But that's pretty much it. I really like the fact that this was super fast, but I did notice that if I had a photograph something with a whole bunch of different kind of colors, I would get a little bit of color banding on the JPEG image. I believe that's just because of the resolution that it scans it at. It's only 300 dpi, so it's not any higher than that. Although I do believe their more expensive one does 600 dpi if you want to spend that money for that. But otherwise, I think this is a really, really good choice if you have a lot of receipts that you need to scan and you need to do them quickly. If you want to take it on the go with you, unplug it and stick it in your, in your purse, put some little AA or AAA batteries in there, I think it's great. So
it's essentially a basic scanner.
It is.
$149, scans to memory, not to the computer.
Right.
But you can then read the card either via the built-in USB
and you can share
or on
via the cloud if you have Evernote.
And you can share it because the software will share it.
Yes, which is very, very nice that that's already built in. It's
pros
very useful.
And cons?
So my pros are it's very fast. I love that it only takes, about 7-8 seconds to scan each page. Even shorter if you're just doing a business card, so to speak. The high resolution 300 dpi is perfect for receipts. You can do the zoom in and zoom out on your computer, no problems. It does have issues with photos though, and then it's very easy to use. I mean, it's so simple. It's great. My cons are, of course, it's a little bit pricey at $150. The fact that it can only do one paper at a time, and the banding on the photographs. So overall, I would definitely give it a buy though, just because I have been using this a lot at home for all of my receipts for tax season. So I think it's perfect for that. Anyway, that's about it.
I would also take a look at the neat receipt. Same idea, $20, $30 more. And it does do more of the categorization. It understands business cards. It understands receipts. It'll say this was the amount of the receipt, things like that. But it is a little more expensive. Yeah. Doxie, that's the Doxie One.
Doxie One,
They make other models as well. DOXIE.
Yes.